If you're looking for a straightforward way to tackle persistent household issues without buying loads of specialized products, you're in the right place. Today, we're uncovering how a basic mineral, borax, continues to revolutionize everything from laundry to pest control, just like it did in your grandma's day. We've sifted through the latest online tips, safety guidelines, and expert opinions to show you exactly how to get the most out of borax without any guesswork. Whether you're fed up with stained fabrics, grimy bathrooms, or sneaky bugs, we've got proven strategies that bring big results at a low cost. And best of all, we'll keep it responsible, clear, and within recommended safety practices so you can handle borax with confidence. Number 1, the ultimate laundry booster. Borax has been a go-to solution for washing clothes since your grandma's era, but recent household advice shows it's still one of the most cost-effective ways to amp up your laundry routine. In the modern world, fabrics come in a variety of blends, polyester, cotton, or synthetics, and many people complain about persistent odors that never seem to wash out completely. By adding half a cup of borax to your washing machine drum before loading clothes, you can help neutralize stubborn smells and soften the water, which often allows your detergent to perform better. This trick is especially relevant for workout gear, sports uniforms, or heavily soiled clothing. Various online cleaning communities mention that it's a tried-and-true technique for brightening whites without needing harsh bleach. If you notice dullness in your favorite white shirts or towels after regular washing, try this approach. The slight alkalinity of borax boosts the cleaning power of standard detergents, making clothes look and feel fresher. Furthermore, mainstream brands like 20 Mule Team Borax remain widely available in grocery and hardware stores, so you won't have to search far to apply this hack. Instead of increasing the detergent dose, an action that can wear out fabric over time, simply integrating borax can be enough to produce a real difference. Modern machines, including high-efficiency washers, generally tolerate borax well, but you can consult your appliance's manual if you want additional confirmation. Most people find that the product dissolves quickly in the wash cycle, especially if you run warm water, though some prefer dissolving the borax in a little hot water first to ensure it's fully distributed. Keep in mind you don't need a full cup for regular loads. Half a cup typically suffices unless you're tackling exceptionally grimy work clothes. This hack is particularly valuable if you're sensitive to the chemical fragrances in some detergents, or if you're searching for a low-cost way to cut down on extra laundry boosters. Grandma's method stands the test of time here, giving you a straightforward and highly effective laundry solution without requiring specialized products. Number 2, the multifaceted stain remover. When people think of removing tough stains, they often jump straight to bleaching agents, but borax can be a gentler alternative for a range of common blemishes. Coffee, tea, and wine are some of the top culprits that ruin clothing, upholstery, and even rugs. A paste made of borax and a small amount of water can be applied directly to the stained area, left for a few minutes, and then rinsed or washed as normal. Many housekeeping blogs and 2024 cleaning hack lists highlight that borax has mild abrasive qualities. This property helps lift embedded debris from fabrics and surfaces without causing major discoloration. For bright or dark-colored materials, test a discrete area first to confirm there's no fading. Once you see it's safe, apply a thicker layer of your borax paste. Rub it gently. Resist the temptation to scrub aggressively to avoid fabric damage. If you're dealing with older set-in stains, combine borax with a small amount of dish soap or laundry detergent in your mixture. This synergy can penetrate deeper into the fibers, breaking up oils and tannins more effectively. According to people who've tried it on social media, it's also useful for couch cushions or car seat upholstery with mystery blotches. Just ensure you don't oversaturate the area, as you'll want it to dry thoroughly afterward. The slightly high pH of borax aids in neutralizing acidic spills, which is crucial for removing tomato-based stains or fruit juices. A side benefit is that it can reduce certain lingering odors while targeting the spot. This method is a prime example of how a simple mineral can compete with more expensive, commercial spot removers, making it a real grandma-approved trick that still excels. Number 3. Reliable pest deterrent. Many folks might not associate borax with pest control, but it's a traditional remedy that has gained renewed attention among those seeking less toxic ways to curb infestations. The dryness borax provides can deter ants and roaches when used properly. A frequently mentioned method involves mixing a tiny amount of borax with something sweet, like a bit of sugar, and placing the mixture in small, shallow containers around problem areas. Ants are attracted to the sugar, and they carry the mixture back to their colonies, eventually reducing the overall population. Because we're dealing with pests inside the house, make sure these traps are out of reach of kids and pets. Since ingestion of borax can be harmful, some people opt to put these containers behind appliances, near trash bins, or along windowsills where they see insect trails. In corners or behind furniture, lightly sprinkle borax to create a barrier that crawling insects typically avoid because the powder is abrasive and can dehydrate them. Roach forums often point out that consistent use over several weeks can disrupt the life cycle. However, if you see no improvement, or if the infestation is significant, it's wise to consult a professional. This hack is meant as a supplement to general cleanliness practices, like sealing food containers and wiping countertops, to deter pests from lingering. It's a cost-effective method that's repeated in older housekeeping guides, showing once again how a simple ingredient can help in multiple ways around the home. Number 4, carpet revitalizing trick. Over time, carpets absorb odors from foot traffic, food spills, and even pets. Modern vacuum technology is good, but sometimes it's not enough to truly refresh your rugs. That's where borax comes in as a DIY deodorizing powder. The strategy involves combining 1 cup of borax with a cup of baking soda and optionally a few drops of essential oil if you want a pleasant scent. Sprinkle this blend evenly onto your carpet, focusing on high-traffic areas or spots where you've noticed unpleasant smells. Let it sit for about 30 minutes, allowing it to draw out residual moisture and odors. Then vacuum thoroughly. Multiple housekeeping channels on YouTube have tested this method and often note the improvement in how the carpet smells. Additionally, some have observed fewer dust mites in their rugs after repeated usage, though that might be anecdotal and can vary from home to home. This approach is especially appealing if you have small kids who crawl around on the carpet or pets that nap there. The granular texture of borax helps loosen up dirt particles, making them easier to vacuum away. Just be sure your vacuum has a good filter, since fine powders can occasionally clog cheaper models. If you want even deeper cleaning, some people combine the borax baking soda mix with a gentle carpet shampoo. However, that step might be unnecessary unless you're dealing with stubborn stains. Keep your windows open or run a fan if you have concerns about dust in the air. This hack stands out because it goes beyond masking smells, targeting the root cause of the odor by absorbing it and potentially repelling certain small insects that might be hiding in the carpet fibers. Number 5. Bathroom grime eliminator. Bathrooms can quickly accumulate soap scum, mold, and other residues, particularly around sinks and tubs. Traditional spray cleaners sometimes contain strong chemicals that can irritate the eyes or lungs. Borax, on the other hand, can be combined with mild dish soap or a splash of white vinegar to create a formidable scrub for these surfaces. People share updated versions of Grandma's cleaning solutions on social media. Mix half a cup of borax with enough liquid soap to form a paste, add a tablespoon of vinegar, and apply it onto the grimy region. Let it sit for a few minutes, then gently scrub using a non-scratch sponge or brush. Rinse thoroughly once you're done. This formula works well for tiles, grout lines, and even shower doors, removing mineral deposits and stains. If there's particularly stubborn buildup, like hard water deposits, you might try a second application. According to reviews on cleaning forums, this approach can be safer for certain finishes than using acidic cleaners alone, which sometimes etch or corrode delicate surfaces. However, it's crucial to avoid combining borax with anything containing strong acids in large amounts, as that can create irritating fumes. If you have an exhaust fan, run it while cleaning to maintain good ventilation. Another bonus, many folks report that after adopting a borax-based scrub, their bathroom not only looks cleaner, but retains a fresh feeling longer, possibly due to borax's ability to discourage mold growth in damp corners. Because it's a powder, store it away from moisture to keep it effective for longer. With consistent use, you'll notice that this old-fashioned approach yields results that rival commercial cleaning products, aligning perfectly with Grandma's legacy of frugal and efficient housekeeping. Number 6, outdoor weed management. If you're tired of persistent weeds poking up in the cracks of your driveway or sidewalk, borax can act as a targeted weed killer. By mixing about 10 ounces of borax powder into 2.5 gallons of water and stirring thoroughly, you create a solution that can be sprayed onto the leaves of weeds you want to eradicate. It works because the mineral content affects the weed's metabolism, eventually causing them to wither. However, caution is critical. Overspraying can harm grass and other desirable plants since it doesn't discriminate. Therefore, apply the solution on a dry, calm day so the wind won't blow it onto your garden beds. Wear gloves and protective clothing to avoid direct contact, as prolonged skin exposure can be irritating to some people. Also, avoid saturating the soil directly, because boron can build up over time and affect future plant growth in that spot. Many lawn care specialists prefer this method for places where other weed control options aren't viable, like gravel driveways. They do emphasize that you shouldn't repeatedly drench the same area, as residual borax might linger. Experts on YouTube channels focusing on eco-friendly weed management sometimes combine this approach with mechanical removal, first pulling larger weeds by hand, then applying the borax solution to emerging sprouts. Check local regulations if you live in an area where using certain chemicals is restricted. Although borax is considered more natural than many commercial herbicides, responsible use is crucial for preventing harm to non-target plants. Grandma's method stands as a cost-saving technique for persistent driveway weeds, but always keep moderation in mind to protect the broader environment around your home. Number 7, unclogging and deodorizing drains. Clogged or smelly drains can turn into a household nightmare if left unattended. A lesser-known but effective remedy is to pour a couple of tablespoons of borax down the drain, followed by a kettle of hot water. The combination of the powder's alkalinity and the heat helps dissolve soap scum, hair, and other residues, while also neutralizing odors. For more stubborn clogs, you can prepare a mixture of borax and white vinegar, around half a cup of borax with half a cup of vinegar, and pour it down. Let it sit for about 15 minutes, then flush with boiling water. People often find that it eliminates that lingering, musty smell coming from kitchen or bathroom sinks, as well as helps dislodge minor clogs without resorting to harsh chemical drain openers. Plumbing enthusiasts in online forums note that while borax can tackle minor to moderate issues, you might need to consult a professional if you're facing a major blockage. It also pays to check your pipe's material. Most standard household plumbing tolerates occasional borax flushes, but always be cautious when experimenting with older or corroded pipes. If you notice improvements, continue this routine once every month or so to keep buildup at bay. This approach pairs well with other preventative measures, like using drain strainers to catch hair and food debris. By integrating this technique into your cleaning schedule, you'll likely notice fewer plumbing problems overall and keep rancid smells at a minimum, reflecting Grandma's resourceful spirit while catering to modern-day home maintenance demands. Number 8, refreshing foot soak. Many spa aficionados mention borax as a surprising yet soothing ingredient for foot soaks, especially when combined with Epsom salts or sea salt. One recommended blend is a quarter cup of borax, a quarter cup of Epsom salt, and a few drops of tea tree essential oil for added antimicrobial properties. Fill a basin with warm water, stir the ingredients until dissolved, and submerge your feet for around 15 minutes. The mild alkalinity can help soften calluses and reduce foot odor. Some individuals with sweaty or tired feet after long shifts report that this simple solution provides relief. Because borax is considered a mild irritant for some skin types, do a quick test if you've never used it in a soak before. If you experience any discomfort, discontinue use right away. Although there are claims across the internet about borax's antifungal properties, scientific research is not conclusive. Nonetheless, many people still share positive personal experiences. Combining it with Epsom salts is a budget-friendly alternative to fancy foot soak powders. Once you're done, rinse your feet thoroughly, pat them dry, and apply a moisturizer if needed. This process, which might have originated from older home remedy traditions, is seeing a revival among self-care enthusiasts who appreciate combining tried-and-true methods with modern comforts. Just remember that any medical concerns should be addressed by a healthcare professional, and a foot soak with borax is strictly for temporary comfort or minor odor issues, rather than a guaranteed medical treatment. If you keep that in mind, it can be a refreshing component of your weekly personal care routine. Number 9. Homemade slime projects. Children, teenagers, and even adults looking for a creative pastime might have tried making slime at home. Borax is often featured as a key ingredient because it reacts with white glue to form the stretchy, gooey texture that's so entertaining to manipulate. The recommended ratio typically involves dissolving a teaspoon of borax in a cup of warm water, then mixing that solution into a separate bowl of glue combined with water and sometimes food coloring. Once the two mixtures come into contact, a polymer network forms, creating the well-known slime consistency. Many DIY channels on YouTube highlight safety considerations, ensure no one ingests the substance, and wash hands thoroughly after play, as borax ingestion can be harmful. If you're crafting slime for kids, adult supervision is always advised. The final result is a flexible, fun material that can incorporate glitter or tiny beads for extra sparkle. Because of borax's role in cross-linking the molecules of the glue, the slime maintains elasticity without being too messy. For an even softer variation, some people add shaving cream or lotion. This hack underscores borax's versatility beyond strictly cleaning uses. While Grandma might not have been making slime, the principle behind mixing borax and glue is an example of the creative adaptations we see in modern households. If you prefer more natural or borax-free slime methods, alternatives exist, but many crafters find that nothing quite replicates the classic texture you get with a small dose of borax solution. Once the activity wraps up, store the slime in an airtight container to keep it from drying out. If handled responsibly, this project can provide hours of creative joy with minimal cost. Number 10. Sparkling toilet cleaner. For people seeking a simple way to tackle stubborn toilet rings and mineral buildup, borax comes to the rescue yet again. Various how-to cleaning blogs claim that sprinkling a quarter cup of borax into the toilet bowl and letting it sit overnight can loosen tough deposits. By morning, a quick brush usually takes care of any remaining stains. If you want to speed up the process, create a paste by mixing borax with white vinegar, apply it around the bowl's rim, and let it slide down. The fizzing action can help break down limescale. This approach can be a great alternative to bleach-based tablets or heavily scented cleaning pods, especially for those sensitive to strong chemicals. Keep an old toothbrush designated for scrubbing under the rim and other tight spots. Because toilet bowls contain germs, follow up with a standard disinfectant if you're concerned about sanitation. But many people rely on the borax method for routine buildup removal. An advantage is that borax helps neutralize odors rather than covering them up with perfume. Some older housekeeping references suggest that using borax regularly can preserve the porcelain finish. Modern-day testimony from eco-friendly bloggers suggests that borax can indeed help with water rings, but they recommend pairing it with a disinfecting agent if someone in the household has been sick. Additionally, if your tap water has high mineral content, you might need to repeat the process more often to keep scale at bay. Remember to store borax in a secure location to avoid accidental ingestion by pets or children. This technique remains one of Grandma's favorites because of its simplicity, effectiveness, and low cost. Number 11. Jewelry and small item cleaner. Borax can also be part of a mild cleaning solution for certain types of jewelry or small metallic items that have lost their shine. By mixing a tablespoon of borax, a tablespoon of mild dish soap, and a cup of warm water, you can create a bath for rings, bracelets, or even small decorative trinkets. Let them soak for a few minutes, then gently scrub with a soft toothbrush to remove grime lodged in crevices. Rinse thoroughly under lukewarm water and pat dry with a soft cloth. This method has appeared on jewelry care forums, with users praising how it revives the sparkle of items that haven't been cleaned in years. However, it's essential to note that delicate gemstones, pearls, or antique pieces might be sensitive to any kind of DIY cleaner, so you should always do a spot test or consult a professional jeweler if you have any doubts. Borax's gentle abrasive quality can help dislodge dirt, but you should never rub it harshly on soft metals like gold or silver plating. Also, avoid exposing electronics or watch mechanisms to the solution. The advantage here is that borax, combined with mild soap, can cut through surface oils and residue without an overpowering chemical smell. Some hobbyists use a similar formula to clean collectible coins, though coin collectors are often divided on whether to clean valuable pieces at all. If your jewelry is more for fashion than for investment, a borax-based soak is a great way to keep it looking fresh. Remember to avoid repeated soaking for items with adhesives, such as costume jewelry with glued-in stones, since extended submersion might weaken the bonding. If done sparingly, this hack provides a simple, cost-effective method of maintaining shine on everyday accessories. Number 12. Tile and Grout Reviver. Grout lines can become dingy with constant exposure to moisture, soap residue, and foot traffic, especially in kitchens or bathrooms. A borax-based paste offers an alternative to commercial grout cleaners that sometimes use harsh bleaches. Combine 3 parts borax, 1 part baking soda, and enough warm water to form a spreadable consistency. Apply it along the grout lines. Allow it to sit for 10 to 15 minutes, then scrub with a stiff brush or an old toothbrush. Rinse thoroughly with clean water and wipe dry. This approach can help loosen embedded dirt and lighten discoloration. In areas prone to mold or mildew, a splash of hydrogen peroxide or vinegar can be mixed in for an added punch. You'll see many references on cleaning-focused YouTube channels highlighting how well borax works on stubborn, grimy grout, especially in older homes where the lines have taken on a permanent, grayish hue. Naturally, deeply ingrained stains may need multiple applications, but with consistent effort, you should see incremental improvement. Avoid letting the mixture dry out too much if you're tackling a large area, as hardened paste can be more difficult to rinse. Some users have found success by systematically working in small sections to maintain control and ensure thorough cleanup. Though this method can be a bit labor-intensive, the results often speak for themselves. While there are grout recoloring products on the market, starting with a borax solution might help you avoid spending extra money on specialized chemicals. And if you find the results satisfactory, you can skip the recoloring altogether. For individuals concerned about ventilation, consider turning on a fan or opening windows, since any strong-smelling cleaning agent can be overwhelming in enclosed spaces. By relying on a safe yet potent household ingredient, you'll be breathing new life into tiles and grout, continuing Grandma's knack for making do with simple yet effective resources.